So now that you've searched online and the search results come back, you're totally overwhelmed, right? That's usually the end result. So many choices and so many questions. What will get you started the fastest? Where do you find clients? How do you really start earning money from home? So I will say this, I do have shows on all of these topics. So I will leave the links in the show notes below for the video and the podcast. So definitely check those out because there's going to be tons of resources in there. And I don't want to keep saying, oh yeah, there's a show for you. There's another show for you. But I will say it for this one. So if multi-level marketing is not your thing, and yes, I did a show on that. Thought it'd be the last time I say it. And you are skeptical with all the Pinterest promises of making $10,000 a month, then this post is for you. You can earn money from home as a virtual assistant. And this is what I'll promise you. You can do it. It's not going to make you like overwhelmingly wealthy, but it's going to repay you with time, with your own time. So let's get into it. Okay, so how I earn money from home as a virtual assistant. So many of my Momtrepreneur Life coffee chats center around building a new business and all the emotional baggage that comes with that. There's a lot of it. And frankly, it is what consumes my thoughts. So I need to remind myself often that I have launched and maintained a successful business. I really have. So my virtual assistant business is thriving to the point that I don't advertise or promote it. And I would actually say that I probably only promoted it for the first year. And then after that, I didn't, like maybe occasionally I would post something on my Facebook page, but I never created a marketing plan. I never implemented any kind of strategy as far as advertising. So it really, it has taken on a life of its own. And I'm glad about this so then I can focus on my blog, YouTube channel, and the podcast. So for the past 7 years, I have been a successful virtual assistant. And yes, you can learn more about that journey to get to this place where I am now, and from corporate workhorse to momtrepreneur. Yes, I was a high-powered New Yorker in the executive suites, but anyway, that was so long ago. Who cares anymore? So anyway, so I will leave that link below. I said I wasn't going to say it, but I did. Okay. It was a very long and winding journey. So looking at this year, I am actually on target to surpass my full-time income from my last office job. So for the past few years, it has actually matched that income. So I didn't start there. So I'm going to say this. I did not start there. I started with I made half. And that was like the bare minimum that I needed to make. So at this point, I'm actually going to surpass my full-time income. Well, unless something happens, and this year has been crazy already, so we're not going to hold our breath. Okay, so this does not include income from my blog because at this point the blog is running a deficit. So that happens with a new business. So, and it's a good thing I'm making money as a virtual assistant so I can support my other business. So I'm still not working full-time hours. I usually work 30 to 35 hours between all of my clients. So sometimes that can be actually more if there's a project coming up or something like that. But typically it's like 30 to 35 hours, which is still a lot for a homeschool mom of 6. And so as a virtual assistant, I provide administrative support to all my clients, and it looks different for every single one. Yeah. I am not a specialist. So meaning I've never specialized in just one thing. So I am very much a generalist, and this has served my clients and myself well. So again, I know for most people that this is probably true. They need to find their niche or they need to find something to specialize in. That has never worked for me at all. even in my office jobs. So if you cannot fit into that round hole as a square peg, then don't. That's what I have to say. Then don't try. I know I've beat myself up for it and be like, what am I supposed to do? This is how they say to be successful and yada, yada. But it's never worked for me. So I've reached the point where I just don't try anymore.